After some high drama in Game 1, a capacity crowd on hand here, and they're definitely making their presence felt. It's the second game of the National League Championship Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, and I think it's worth remembering right here that once you get to the postseason, it's not always the best team that wins. It's the hottest team that wins. And these guys got a good road win in Game 1, and they're going to be looking to build on that one right here.
A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Yeah, keep an eye on Charlie Blackmon. He's got some wheels on him. And that's a big part of why he's successful at the major league level. The routine grounders become tough plays. Singles get turned into doubles, and what would have been a 1-2-3 inning suddenly becomes a rally.
Carlos Martinez will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he was pretty effective. Got the win and only allowed 2 runs. Going to try and do that here again.
Everett Cabrera heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Second baseman, Everett Cabrera.
Swung on and hit in the air to left. Crawford moves over, 1 down.
One of the keys of the game for this guy is going to be getting outs early in the count. It doesn't necessarily have to be one pitch like it was there, but he needs to keep those 20-pitch innings to a minimum. That's a good start to the game for him there.
Striding into the box, Charlie Blackmon. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Drummond's a very fair umpire, Matt. Calls a pretty standard strike zone. Usually not a lot of complaints either way.
And he falls behind 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Edwin Encarnacion will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
Swung on and chopped up the middle. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
And even if this doesn't lead to a run, it's important not to let this guy get out there and skate through the first inning, throwing as few pitches as he has. If nothing else, maybe you force him to throw another, 5, 6, 7 pitches to the next hitter.
Corey Dickerson is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. 2 out with the man at first. Well, he reaches out for a fastball this time and drives it high in the air to deep left center field. And it will indeed get out of here. Gone, a home run. So a 2-run shot to left center, his first homer here in the series, and it's given Cincinnati a 2-0 lead.
Well, you know it has a tendency to get overlooked here. That 2-out single that kept this inning alive. I mean, you take nothing away from the guy that just hit the home run, but this is what happens when teams put up a fight there with 2 away. Pays off for them big time here.
Here's Albert now.
Albert Pujols.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Well, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Left side of the infield into the shift. Duffy gloves it on to Pierce at first, and the inning is over. But the Reds do push across a couple on this two-run home run. On to the bottom of the first at Miller Park. 2-0 Cincinnati. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting nine for these Brewers. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, I think when you come into this ballpark, don't get too big. We know the ball flies out of here, but don't try to force a long ball. Take good hacks up there. You know the ball. If you hit something solid, it's going to carry.
Jose Quintana is on the mound for game 2. EK, what do you got?
He threw a real gem in his last game. Complete game shutout. He'll look to repeat that kind of performance here.
Jacoby Ellsbury will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. And a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches here to start the bottom of the first.
Well, that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him to locate going forward. This one's not terrible, but it is over the plate, and it gets turned into a leadoff single.
Standing in now, Matt Duffy. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Quintana sets. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
He just might be up there taking pitches, waiting for that base runner to go, but he's not going to be able to take any more.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Hard liner toward short. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Here comes Ellsbury on his way home. And the run will score all the way from first. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
And every hitter knows you're going to see more fastballs when you've got good speed over there at first base. And that's exactly what he gets here as he drives this one. And, of course, because of that speed, that runner's going to come all the way around and score from first base.
Here's Miguel Sano as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. A runner at second, nobody out. Hit hard to the right, but foul. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
To 2-2 now. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. No one out with a runner at second. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
But that is just picture perfect right there. You know as a hitter that you're going to want to make sure you hit it to the right side to get that runner to third base. But if you do it well enough, you get yourself a base hit to go along with it. Check it out. He lets this pitch get almost past him, but then he manages to still get good contact and send it into right field for the base hit.
Oh, terrible bounce, and it goes right by him. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 2-2 ball game.
Boy, you hate to even consider getting the bullpen going here in the first inning, but we may see some stirring down there pretty soon now. That's 4 straight hits to start things off here in the first inning.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Andrew Lowry is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. You figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
And that is through into center field, a base hit. And to score is the runner from third. It's a 3-2 ball game. And this will get in there too late. He's in there at third.
It may be time to go to yellow alert now. That's 5 straight hits off him here in the very first inning. He still hasn't gotten it out yet. Looks like they're just sitting back and teeing off on him.
The fastball here as you'll take a look at ball 1-0. Maybe some big game jitters here in this opening inning.
Well, I don't think anyone's immune to that. I don't care what the name on the back of your jersey is. This is not an ordinary game.
Step on the bag for one. Tag, and they got him at second base to turn a double play. Adonis Garcia gets his first opportunity now, trying to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Into the windup and the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. 4 runs here in this half inning. Back to him, and that's off his leg. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit.
Good effort, though. That looked painful. Boy, this one might be a case of adding injury to insult. It hasn't been his finest performance so far, and now this one shot right back at him at the mound. No time to get out of the way, and that's going to sting for quite a while.
Marwin Gonzalez is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball, and sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Skied into straightaway right. Dickerson is going to get there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. Second inning straight ahead here at Miller Park. The Brewers lead it 4-2. Mookie Betts will come forward now to start the second in what's been an offensive showcase so far.
Yeah, and you'd think you'd be happy with putting up 2 runs in the top of the first. Well, think again. You're already finding yourselves being thumped in this one.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so That's one he may want back.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Sano giving chase. And that's the first out of the inning.
One thing you can already pick up on in these first couple innings is that he's leaving the ball up more often than he should. It's already hurt him once on that home run, and even though that's an out, that ball was hit pretty darn well.
Standing in, Steven Sung, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that pitch. That's on him way too fast.
In the air, down the left field line and deep. Crawford on the move, 2 gone.
Batting 8.
And with 2 away, let's check in with our up-to-the-minute playoff bracket. And you can see our series at 1-0 as things are starting to heat up here as we get later into October. Derek Norris into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. First pitch on its way. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
Well, much better here in the second inning. To me, he looked a little bit tentative early on. It's starting to look like he's finding the rhythm now.
Grounder down the line at third, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Gloved by Castro. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. The dangerous Carl Crawford will get things started when we return. It's the Brewers 4 and the Reds 2. And here is Carl Crawford now. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Carl Crawford.
Quintana into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
2-0 curveball here is over for a strike. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Chopped foul right at home plate. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And this is swung on and missed as Crawford is set down on strikes, 1 away.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Jacoby Ellsbury will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
That really got this ball club going. When your leadoff guy gets on like that, kind of just fuels the momentum. Everybody starts to hit.
.92 splits the plate, and it's strike 1. On the ground to third. Oh, and this goes right past him.
Yeah, this ball might have caught him in between hops. He might have been unsure which way to turn his glove, over or under the ball. Instead, it just goes right through him.
Into the box, Matt Duffy, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Runners on first with one down. And Ellsbury's running. Hot shot on the ground is short. And he's safe. Throw gets him 2 down.
Well, I think these guys are pretty lucky just to get an out on this play. You see, they try to start the double play at second base. That doesn't work out. And they're pretty fortunate that the relay throw is in time to at least get the out at first.
Here's Miguel Sano. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
That's a dangerous but well-placed pitch there. Most power hitters are tempted by pitches up in the zone, but that one was so far enough up that he wouldn't have been able to do much of it.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Well, obviously not biting on the first 2, so they'll go ahead and give him the freebie here.
Yeah, they decide they don't even want to mess around with this guy. With his track record, it's hard to say you blame him. Let somebody else beat you.
Steve Pearce gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there, no balls and a strike.
You can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call in that bullpen just yet.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hit to short. Segura has it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. Gene Segura steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Bunt attempt, but this one might have too much on it. Pierce moving to his right, and the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Now batting, second baseman,
Everett Cabrera will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
And guys, he swung at the first pitch too, and a lot of times you want your leadoff guy to at least see some pitches and make the guy work a little bit.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. A dive, but he's back. First pitch coming. Here it is. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
And you know, I've always thought if you're pretty sure a guy might be trying to bunt, then put that first pitch out of the strike zone. Make him show you his intentions. Maybe you get him to offer it something that he shouldn't.
The 1-0 pitch. Segura runs. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Tag applied by Gonzalez, and they got him at second base.
The best way a pitcher can slow down the running game is vary his moves. Hold the ball, throw to first, show your best move to first, or slide step. The guy tried to steal on a slide step right there. The chances are you're going to be out, and they nabbed him.
Third inning here. Already 4-2 our score. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. At the plate, Charlie Blackmon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Ellsbury on the move. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. Reds go down quietly. Still down by a count of 4-2. Andrew Lowry digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
And a curveball drops in there for strike 1. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And the leadoff man is retired here in the Milwaukee third.
Well, we could hear him all the way up here in the booth. Just a big old... Well, that's what pop-ups will make you do.
Starlin Castro steps into the box. Quintana's ready. First pitch on its way. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Huh. Safe to say guys don't care much for that location. That'll get you riled up at the plate, no doubt.
Still 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Tied him up there as this is softly hit down the line. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for Milwaukee, designated hitter, Adonis Garcia.
Adonis Garcia steps in now. First offering on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
Well, you're not going to get that call if you've been all over the place. Now, if I'm pitching, I want that call, but at this point, he hasn't earned it.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Edwin Encarnacion is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Here's the pitch. Hit to first. Fielded by Pierce. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The batter, right fielder, Corey Dickerson.
Corey Dickerson will try things again. He hit that 2-run homer his first time.
And when you think about it, Matty, it's pretty scary when a guy can take a ball away from him like that and hook it out of the ballpark. I mean, you're showing some kind of strength right there.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Crawford going back on it. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second of the game as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game, and it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one, so he's definitely locked in.
Now batting.
Here's Albert now.
Designated hitter, Albert Pujols.
Oh, this is hit hard towards second. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, one pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
Here's Mookie Betts. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Again, he sends it out of play. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So striding in, number 32, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First delivery to him on the way. Launched to right field and deep. Sano ranging back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. And he'll be tagged out as he got caught between third and home. Well, unfortunately, it appears he's going to be forced out of the game with what looks like a lower right arm injury. And it could be a number of issues, of course, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. Chester Smith is on now as he'll take over in right field following the injury.
Number 10, Chester Smith.
So stepping in, Derek Norris, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Looking to minimize the damage here. Too low, 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. They certainly know how to have a good time in Milwaukee, and I believe this may just be a brand new type of... Marwin Gonzalez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
The shortstop, number 9.
And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
Quintana gets the sign, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Drilled right back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Here's Carl Crawford now, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1.
Well, he's thrown a fair amount of first pitch strikes, about 60%, but you've got to locate better, and that's the reason why he's having a tough time out there.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
Now he turns on a fastball and sends it deep down the right field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a 2-run shot here for Carl Crawford. His first homer so far in the series, and it's now 6-3.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Out in front of it, strike 1. And a swing and a miss there by Ellsbury as he's down 0-2 now. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Encarnacion takes this over himself to record the putout.
Third baseman, number 5, Matt Duffy.
Matt Duffy will dig in. He had an RBI double back in the first inning of this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Curveball misses here, so a good hitter's count now to 3-1. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he misses, ball 4. Settling in now, Chester Smith, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Chester Smith.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. And it's quickly 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
And you know, as a hitter, with the runner at first and 1 out, now I think I'm going to see something down in the zone because I know they want me to hit into a double play. Instead, they go ahead and they challenge him up, and I don't think he was expecting that.
On his way to pitch number 75, Steve Pearce stands in as he looks at a called strike.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Andrew Lowry gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Damian Kinsey is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Andrew Lowry steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ball game right here.
And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. But the Brewers do get 2 on this 2-run home run. We're through 4. It's the Brewers 6 and the Reds 3. Leading off the inning, Gene Segura, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
And a swing as the bat goes flying toward the third base dugout, but it looks like everybody was able to duck for cover.
Yeah, luckily no one got hurt there. Look at this swing in show motion. Took a mighty big hack there, and he winds up launching this thing. Boy, heads up down there.
The windup and the 0-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Segura turns and goes to second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
That's great production here out of the number 9 hole, leading off the inning. But managers like to think of those number 9 guys as sort of a second leadoff man, and he takes that to heart as he's into scoring position already with a leadoff double.
Everett Cabrera will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded to third. To his left, Duffy. And he's set down, 1 away.
Well, this is a perfect example why these guys are losing this game. You get the leadoff double. If this ground ball goes to the right side, it's a productive out, and you get the man to third. But he hits it to the left side. It's a complete waste of an at-bat.
Ellsbury going back at the track. He gets there, and that's the second out. The relay, and he is in there.
Yeah, this ball's hit high enough that he can go back and tag at second base. So that's a good job of moving up the extra 90 feet now with 2 outs.
Edwin Encarnacion steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He's set. Here it comes. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike one. Danger here as this is a guy who can make this a one-run game.
And if he does, make him do it out to right field. I wouldn't give him anything he can pull.
High in the air out to center field. Ellsbury is under it, and the inning is over. Reds leave one. Can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Starlin Castro comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth. Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6. Corey Dickerson will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. Here comes the first pitch. In the air out to left. Crawford on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Number 15, designated hitter,
Albert Pujols will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both the lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. In tight with the curveball. Backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball. Started it a little too far inside, though.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. In there, a base hit.
Let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
Mookie Betts will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And I wish more guys would pitch like this. I mean, look at that pitch count right there. That is really low for this stage of the game, and it's because he's throwing strikes and challenging guys.
0-1 pitch on its way. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
In now, Steven Sung. As he'll line this one foul to the right side out of play. It's strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 3 runs, 9 hits. 1 error on the ledger for Cincinnati so far. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And no shot even for Crawford. It's a foul ball. The 0-2 home. That's lifted the other way out to left. Crawford is after it, and that retires the side. 1 left for Cincinnati. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Jacoby Ellsbury gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Well, I think most fans would remember Jacoby Ellsbury's amazing 2011 season. That year he won a Gold Glove, a Silver Slugger, and was runner-up for the AL MVP award just behind Justin Verlander. That was a pretty big year. You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Matt Duffy comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. One and two as he chases the slider.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Now a swing and another fly ball here as things are getting busy out there in Central. Calling for it is Betts, and Mookie's got it for the 2nd out.
The right fielder, number 10,
Chester Smith comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Hit back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Here's Steve Pearce now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet. Not by a long shot.
Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. Dickerson posts under it, and that's the 3rd out. Brewers strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Leading off the inning, Derek Norris, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lined hard toward right center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
Ready once again, Gene Segura. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
In there, 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Three runs, 10 hits, 1 error on the ledger for Cincinnati so far. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Now the 0-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Another one sent foul. Nobody out, runner on first. Bounced weakly near the plate. Gonna be a tough play. The throw pulls him off the bag. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Well, this ball doesn't get too far away from home plate, so that makes the catcher have to make a decision. And he decides to try to force it in there at second base, but he winds up throwing it away.
Everett Cabrera will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Yeah, a nice job there to give himself up. You see they put the tag on him as he's running to first. That moves two guys into scoring position now, only one out.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Crawford is there. Let's see if they test it. Now the relay home, and he will score ahead of the play, and that'll close the gap to 2. It's 6-4 now.
Well, you accomplished two things on that last swing. Number one, obviously you drive in that run with the sacrifice fly. But because that ball was hit so deep, it allows the second runner to move up another 90 feet as well.
Edwin Encarnacion comes to the plate now, representing the potential tying run.
Well, if he gets a pitch to drive right here, you can bet that he's going to give it a rip. But at the very least, they need a productive AB out of him right here.
Hit hard on the ground to second. On to Pierce at first, and the inning is over. Reds will be forced to settle for just the one. 7th inning stretch time upcoming here in Wisconsin. It's the Brewers 6 and the Reds 4. Andrew Lowry steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Swing and a liner. Foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
Castro.
Starlin Castro will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. After it is Blackmon. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Boy, that is such a nice catch out there in left field. And really, you make that catch with first step quickness. You got to get a great jump in order to run a ball like that down, and he did it.
Stepping in now, Adonis Garcia. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. 2 out, nobody on. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. Hot shot to third. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They're up 6-4. Aaron Luke will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Aaron Luke.
Corey Dickerson stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. So to get the matchup they wanted here, lefty on lefty, but it's worth noting there are 2 right-handers to follow.
And you've got a right-hander going in the bullpen as we speak, so this could be a 1-batter outing.
The 0-1 pitch. He pulls this one into right, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
They've let these guys keep hanging around and hanging around, not able to put them away. I tell you, this game, it's far from over. They're not going to go quietly.
Albert Pujols will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Pause, now the pitch. In there, strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? Here's Castro for 1. On to first, and the rally ends just as quickly as it began. 2 away now here in the 8th.
Well, the one thing this guy definitely has coming in out of the bullpen is that hard sinking fastball. And here it is in all its glory as he gets the big double play ball to take away the pressure.
Here's Mookie Betts. As he'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. Oh, that grounder got him. The underhanded flip. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Steven Sung gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Nick Castellanos will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Nick Castellanos.
Hit sharply on the ground, and that's through for a hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
That's what you do against a sinker baller. If that ball's fading away, go right back up the middle with it. He just bounces this one right into center field.
Derek Norris steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ball game, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
And that's in there for strike 1.
That's not a bad idea right there. Take a pitch. Make sure you get a good look at him and what he's throwing.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around. And Nick Castellanos is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base.
Marwin Gonzalez ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
The left fielder, number 3,
Carl Crawford gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Now the pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Called strike that time, and it's even at 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Hit hard to short. Segura fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Give this guy some credit. He's been able to hold the fort since he came on early. He's kept his club in the ball game, and that's all you could have asked for.
Jacoby Ellsbury will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
He's working into his 5th inning out of the bullpen, so he's likely well beyond what was expected of him.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. This is in the air to left. Blackman is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Gone in order are the Brewers. They still lead at 6-4. David Robertson is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 30, David Robertson.
Gene Segura will be the one to start things off, with his guys in danger of seeing this series leveled at a game apiece, barring a ninth-inning rally. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Ellsbury going back on it. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away.
This isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Everett Cabrera will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
In there for strike one. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Cabrera is retired, 2 down now.
Up next for Cincinnati.
Boy, that's a really nice play there behind the plate. He doesn't panic. He takes his time and makes the good throw on to first. So score that a strikeout with a 2-3 put out for good measure.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. Little flare out to left. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Boy, not only was that pitch bearing in tight on him, but it got there in a hurry. You can see he's barely able to get the bat through the zone, but somehow he manages to steer it into left field for a base hit.
Edwin Encarnacion now. Swing and a ball driven to deep left center. The outfielders give chase, but this one is gone. A home run. So a 2-run home run for Edwin Encarnacion. His first homer here in the series. As they pull even, it's 6-6 now.
I think sometimes as a pitcher, as soon as you release the pitch, you have a feeling that you could be in trouble. And that was big trouble right there. Big home run that ties this game up.
Now batting, right fielder, Corey Dickerson.
Into the box now, Corey Dickerson. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Robertson's ready. 0-1 on its way. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a looper to left. Crawford over to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd, as now their 9th inning lead has evaporated. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick off the bottom of the 9th. And we are all even at 6 apiece. Matt Duffy will stand in to lead things off here, and can you believe it? A tie ball game again.
Yeah, this thing has had more ups and downs than my 401k. And I've got a feeling we've got some more to come.
down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Here comes Dickerson, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The right fielder, number 10,
Chester Smith will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. This is in the air out to right. Dickerson is over. Oh no, it drops. Running hard, he's digging for second. Around second, he'll try for third. The relay throw, and he'll get there at third. And now the winning run's only 90 feet away with just 1 out.
I'm not sure if this will wind up being a triple. It really should be a 3-base error. I mean, here it is. He was there in plenty of time. He just winds up with a handful of air. And they are going to hit him with an E. It's well-deserved.
So there's ball 4. And it wouldn't surprise me a bit to see the next guy get 4 wide ones as well.
Now batting, catcher, Andrew Lowry.
Andrew Lowry readies for a big at-bat here. All he needs is a fly ball to bring home that winning run at third.
Yeah, and you know that he wants to drive this one deep if possible and just end it right now. But hey, a seeing eye grounder would work too.
Fernando Abad will be called upon to get the final 2 outs here and hopefully send this one into extra innings. Andrew Lowry will be the first to greet him here as he'll do so with runners at the corners and only 1 out.
Well, he hasn't swung the bat all that well against the other guy, so hopefully this new pitcher will give him a chance to swing it a little better. 2 strikeouts already.
Knuckle curve down below the knees, 1-0.
Anxious moments all over the ballpark now. These folks can hardly bear to watch.
Drilled left side, and this is down, and he's done it. And this series is tied at a game apiece as they will walk off winners.
Well, we're talking high drama here in the playoffs. A walk-off win here in the final at bat, and this place is going crazy right now.
Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and prove your mettle. I think his performance here was by far the big key to this ball game.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The Brewers win it 8-6.